All right, guys, I did mean to post this a little earlier this week, but Thanksgiving happened. So here is your final essay prompt. You guys have the choice if you want to write about either Dracula or A Doll's House. And just like for your first essay over fiction, I've given you a bunch of prompts here to choose from, or you can choose something else if you don't like any of these, but I suggest you run it by me first, just to make sure, again, for like the scope, that it's okay for a paper of this length. This paper is 3 to 4 pages long, whereas your last couple have been 2 to 3, so this is 1 page longer, at least 3 full pages. And then you're also, for this essay, going to be doing outside research, just 1 to 2 outside sources. You should have gone over research in 121, but I do know not everyone does it. So if you need a refresher there, I've put a video in the helpful material folder that goes over using the databases. And I think I specifically mentioned some that are good for literature because you can use the catch-all like Academic Search Complete, but there's also Lion and JSTOR are both, and I'd say the Academic Search Complete are all really good for literature. You don't have to use any number like scholarly sources. They should, of course, all be credible. But you can go onto Google and just find websites. As long as the websites are credible, that's fine. But if you want to use the databases, those are the 3 best for literature. And I do go over that, like I said in that video, if you want to watch it. If you are concurrently taking 121 or took 121 last semester and remember it all just fine, and don't want to watch that, that's fine. You don't have to. So the prompts, here they are. Have a couple. 1, to compare Dracula and Van Helsing. And why is Van Helsing Dracula's most formidable enemy? Comparing Lucy and Mina, how they're portrayed, and why their fates in the novel turn out so differently. One, you guys should be done by now. One gets to live, and one dies. So why is that? Discuss various sexual implications of vampirism, and specifically, not like the novel in general, but just of being a vampire. Why did Stoker write about the phenomenon in this way? Of the phenomenon of being a vampire. So thinking about, why Dracula only sucks the blood of women. He doesn't try to suck Jonathan Harker's blood when he's at the castle, but the women Dracula's do, that kind of thing. The act of sucking the blood, the fate of Lucy, like all of that kind of stuff. Why? What is Stoker saying about sex? If you want to be, edgy with your topic. Moving on to the play, you could talk about, is A Doll's House a feminist text? Why or why not? I get a lot of really good essays for this one, and they're all different, whether people think it's a feminist play or not. So that would be a fun one if you enjoyed the play. What's the significance of the title, A Doll's House? What implications does it have for the meaning of the play or the characters' choices? If you think about that title before you actually read the play, what do you think it's going to be about versus what actually happens? Why? And if you guys think back to that, the PowerPoint on Shakespeare, remember that the term problem play was inspired by Henrik Ibsen, who wrote A Doll's House. So that's, something to keep in mind. You can compare the relationship between Mrs. Lind and Krogstad to the relationship of Nora and Torvald. And then you could also, if you want to write a critical analysis of Dracula, you can, but it can't be on the same topic as your project because then I feel like you're only doing half the work. So it just has to be different. You could also do, if you wanted to do like a critical theory on A Doll's House here, like this one's arguing whether it's a feminist text, but if you wanted to talk about Marxism or psychoanalysis in A Doll's House or whatever, you can do that too. Okay, going down here. So don't forget your works cited page with this one. In addition to the play, you're also going to have to cite your 1 to 2 other sources that you use. Formal diction, no first person and no second person. Don't do it, guys. You're excited. Mention that here. This is for the in textual evidence. So quotes. You should use either quotes from the play or the novel, whichever one you're writing about, and then quotes from your sources within there. And then due dates. So you, again, have the option being the key word, to turn in your rough draft by Friday, December 4th, and I'll get feedback to you no later than Wednesday, December 9th, but you don't have to, and it's not going to affect your grade in any negative way if you choose not to do so. And then the final draft is due Sunday, December 13th, to the D2L submission folder. So if you guys have any questions about this, or like I said, if you want to do a different topic, feel free to just shoot me an email.